Well, businesses in Hong Kong have been caught in the crossfire as the city's political unrest have hit the retail, travel and financial sectors hard. Business leaders have pleaded for protesters to end the violence amid fears that the economy could pummel even further. Now, Afifa Arifin tells us more.
Hong Kong's airport authorities are still reeling in the crippling effect of the disruptions. Peaceful sit-in protests morphed into scenes of chaos, forcing the authorities to suspend operations. On Tuesday, streams of protesters made their way to the terminals, paralyzing the road traffic to the airport and occupied the departure terminal. Hundreds of flights were cancelled and thousands of passengers were left stranded. The city's ongoing political turbulence is already having a noticeable impact on the city's economy. According to Bloomberg Economics, more than $600 billion of stock market value has been erased since early July. Retail sales have also plunged 7% in June versus the previous year as a result of a decrease in tourist arrivals. Even smaller shops in heartland areas have reported a fall in earnings. Many have shut their stores much earlier, fearing that they will be caught amid protests, which have become unpredictable and increasingly violent.
There's a lot of short-term volatility, certainly, and there could be damage of a nature that's everywhere from the remainder of this year into next year. It hasn't shown up in a massive way in the figures yet, but we're expecting this will show up more and more. So everything from airlines to, again, the financial services and then property.
The business community here have voiced their concerns on the economic impact if the standoff continues and have called for an end to the escalating violence.
I've been through these kind of incidents during the Asian financial crisis. I've been through SARS in Hong Kong, and unfortunately this one seems to be worse. Well, business leaders are all coming out and saying the same thing. Stop the violence, everyone can sit down and talk. And once that is done, then at least we can move forward.
But despite the calls, protesters have remained defiant as mass protests enter the 11th week with no clear end in sight. Observers say the short-term worry is that the economy could be headed for a recession as the unrest piles on the ongoing trade war between the U.S. and China. But an even bigger fear is that the economic downdraft caused by the protests could result in irreparable damage to Hong Kong's reputation as a safe and reliable business hub in the long run. Afifa Arifin, CNA, Hong Kong.